Hey, what's up everybody? It's me, Anthony, here to give you guys the first episode of Before You Watch, where I'm just going to give you guys my opinions. There's going to be no ratings in here, because ratings are weird. But as always, guys, let me know what you think in the comments down below as we talk about this film, and I just want to have a good old-fashioned discussion. So let's get into this Before You Watch of Barbarian. So the Barbarian really came out of nowhere for me, and I was pleasantly surprised by this film. Actually, thoroughly surprised by the film, because after the first 30 minutes of the film, it goes so left, so right, so up, so down. It goes insanely to a different level that I was not expecting, and you don't really get spoiled. The trailers don't do any spoiling, which is good, because lately I feel like we've been watching some trailers of different movies, and they just pretty much show you the entire film within that trailer. But I think that at least the trailers that I have seen for The Barbarian, they don't show you that much. They don't show you anything that will make you draw or come to the conclusion or figure out the big reveal that they show in this film. And like I said, I keep on going to it, I keep on saying it, but Malignant is a great film. And why am I talking about Malignant, you say? Because I feel like this film is very similar to Malignant in the reveal being so out there. And I see a lot of people on the onlines, and they say, hey, you know what, I didn't really care for Malignant, I didn't get Malignant, but you know what, I feel like it's similar to Barbarian, and I like Barbarian. And so take with that information which you will, movies are whatever. But give Malignant a chance, hashtag give Malignant a chance. Back to Barbarian and my thoughts. I think that everybody in this movie does a really good job. Our lead actress in here, Georgina Campbell, she is amazing. Bill Skarsgård does a great job of being Bill Skarsgård. There's a really even funny line in here where he's like, asks the lead actress, he's like, hey, you think I'm some kind of monster? And in my audience, and the audience that I was with, they were like laughing and chuckling because we all know. But I think the standout in this film, to my dismay, is Justin Long. And I don't hate Justin Long. It's just the character that Justin Long plays in this film is insufferable. He's annoying. He's terrible. I don't like him. But I'm not going to sit here and act like he didn't steal the show. I mean, he totally did. And I didn't like that he stole the show, because I feel like we needed to focus on Georgina's character, because I feel like she was the one that we resonated with and we really got to know and we really wanted to root for, But we got Justin Long's character, and all I gotta say is just watch the movie, because I feel like you'll feel the same way as I do. And I love and hate movies like Barbarian, especially when I have to explain them to you guys, because I can't really talk that much about it without going into spoiler territories. And I find that very fascinating and exciting, because I feel like it's one of those precious movies that we get once in a while that, you want to keep secret, you want to keep safe, and you want to just, walk down the street and somebody says, hey man, you seen Barbarian? And if somebody says, yeah, I have seen it, and you just look at each other and give that look, and you're just like, yeah, I know. But one of the things that I think that this movie does effectively is setting the atmosphere and just, letting some long shots with the camera and using the music in the film. And there is jump scares in this film. I'm not gonna lie, there's jump scares in this film. And I know there's a lot of people, especially in the horror community, that are like anti-jump scares. But a lot of your favorite movies, I'm pretty sure, have some jump scares in it, and this one has some jump scares. They're used effectively, I think, in my opinion. Sometimes, a little cheap jump scare there, but what horror movie doesn't have a jump scare? They all have them. But I think this movie does a good job of not doing like the full jump scare hate that movies get, and it's all part of the creation of this atmosphere that they're building in this film. And I think the atmosphere that they do build in this film it's crazy. It just makes you feel like there's nowhere to escape, even though that we have plenty of places to escape. But the feeling that the movie gives you is just that there is no escape and you can't run. As audience members, we can clearly see that there's many places for the characters to run to, but I can totally understand why they feel like they're trapped. This movie also has practical effects, and you know how I feel about practical effects if you watch this channel. I love them. They're great, especially in horror films, but I'm not going to talk anymore about practical effects because I can't really talk to you about it because it'll be a spoiler. again, just go watch the movie. There is one thing that I think might be off-putting to a general audience, or just audiences in general, is the way that this movie is told, the story is told. I don't think a lot of people are going to, like, you know, jam with it. You know, they're not going to really be up for it, because even me, I was okay with it, you know, after the movie was in. I was like, okay, you know, I kind of like the way that they did it. But even in the beginning when I was watching it, I was like, you know, I don't know how I feel about the way that they're telling the story. And I could just totally see that a lot of, you know, audience goers are not going to be really vibing with it. Now, I don't know if this is necessarily a bad thing or a good thing, but the movie left me feeling wanting more. And not more in the sense that, like, oh, you know, I want a sequel to the film, but more in the sense that the ending that we get is kind of like, you know, it just ends. The movie just ends, kind of, and you're just like, all right, well, there has to be a little bit more, right? There has to be more, because you got to explain what just happened, right? You got to explain it. And the movie goes and it goes and it goes, and I'm like, all right, you got an end credit scene? No end credit scene. Okay, nothing at the end. Just a little bit of, like, crack in the whole, you know, armor of this film, and you know, I don't know if it's a bad thing or a good thing. Maybe have to watch it again to figure it out. But for me, the coolest and the best thing about this film is the message that I got from this film. And a lot of people can probably interpret this film, you know, differently, and they probably are going to, because that's the beauty with all this, you know, media that we consume. You know, TV, books, video games. We all can interpret it differently. You know, we all come with a different feeling from that media, right? And in this film, I feel like, you know, it was really talking about the monsters that are things that we portray to be a monster in society, right? And it may be, just maybe, the things that we think are monsters aren't really monsters at all. And I really like that message that, you know, that I got from the film. And again, if you got some kind of message from the film, I would totally want to hear it in the comments down below. But I think that's the message that they were going for. But again, anybody can come up with their own conclusions. And now the big thing that people are asking about this film, because it has been jammed down our throats these last couple of days, at least I have seen it, is that this movie is the scariest thing that they've seen all year. You know, this is the scariest movie of all ever, you know. And I feel like people saying that, you know, me, critics, you know, everybody, it just kind of lifts people's expectations. I kind of talked about it a little bit, you know, this movie's expectations has been elevated these last couple of days because everybody is praising it so highly. And like I said, one of the things is the scare factor. It's the scariest thing ever. And the question is, was I scared? Do I think this movie is scary? I think, personally, for me, it is scary. But is it scary to you? I have no idea. I don't know what kind of things make you scared. For me, I thought there was some stuff, some elements in here that makes me scared. You know, that makes me scared, it gets me scared, and keeps me up at night. Because I will say that I did have some, you know, slight nightmares of the stuff that I saw in Barbarians. But I don't want you guys to go into this film and, you know, just wanting or expecting to be scared. You're just sitting there, you're like, okay, movie, you gotta scare me, because you're just kind of defeating the whole purpose of the movie if you go in expecting to be scared, because you're already going to be on high alert to be scared, right? So don't do that. Go into the movie and just, you know, sit there and try to enjoy the film, and just let the scares, if they are scary, come to you. But guys, that is it. That is my thoughts on the Barbarian. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you are planning to go see this film, and if you are or have already seen the film, let me know in the comments down below. I want to know. We got to talk about this film. We got to talk about Barbarians, guys. But as always, guys, don't forget to check out my Twitter so you can stay updated with my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And remember, guys, keep watching movies.